Hey, what's going on, Elder Scrolls fans? Is Bethesda Game Studios working on Elder Scrolls 6? Let's find out. So as you guys may know, this past Sunday, Bethesda hosted their BE3 event. It was sort of their showcase for E3 2016. And a lot of awesome stuff was announced. So some of the cool stuff that they talked about there was, Dishonored 2. They also talked about, upcoming content for Doom. They also talked about a new Quake game called Quake Champions. And oh yeah, they also sort of mentioned Skyrim Remastered, basically. It's being called Skyrim Special Edition, and that's coming out at the end of October. So I know a lot of people that were paying attention to this event were really bummed and upset that they didn't announce a new Elder Scrolls title for like Elder Scrolls 6. For me personally, I wasn't expecting it at all. Fallout 4 just came out last year. There's always sort of a gap between Fallout and the Elder Scrolls series, and even between Elder Scrolls games, there's always a big gap as they are taking a lot of time to work on these things because they're massive projects and they're creating these massive worlds. And obviously you can tell they are still very focused on getting content out for Fallout 4. So also just to clear some things up, I know some people were, upset with seeing, the BE3 showcase sort of like showing games that weren't Fallout or Elder Scrolls. And that is because Bethesda is the publisher. Bethesda Game Studios is the ones that make, they make the Fallout games, they make the Skyrim games. So Bethesda is publishing, Dishonored 2. So like stuff like that, of course, is going to be at their BE3 event. The juicy material, however, comes by way of none other than my favorite, Todd Howard, who is the executive director of Bethesda Game Studios, and he was interviewed, I believe, yesterday on YouTube's live stream covering E3, and he was asked if Bethesda Game Studios is working on Elder Scrolls 6. His response was, he said, Elder Scrolls 6 is kind of like the elephant in the room, always, when we talk about anything. And I think it's good in these moments to tell our fans, yes, of course we are working on it. It's something we love, but it is, I have to be careful what I say. It's a very long way off. I will link the actual interview if you guys want to see the actual interview so you can hear Todd Howard actually say these things himself. I'm merely just repeating a quote that I found online here. He also went on to say, I could sit here and explain the game to you, and you would say, that sounds like you don't even have the technology. How long is that going to take? So it is something that's going to take a lot of time. What we have in mind for that game and we actually have 2 other large projects we're also doing that are bigger than everything we've done. People will probably hear about those before Elder Scrolls 6. That'll make sense many years from now. So honestly, guys, like this is big news in the world of Elder Scrolls because it sort of puts a definitive mark on like maybe when we can see this stuff. It doesn't say exactly, obviously, he's saying many years, but I think it's best that all of us just buy Skyrim Special Edition, play the crap out of that again, and just be patient because, it doesn't seem like this next Elder Scrolls title is going to be out for a while, and it sounds to me like they are really looking, into the future, into the future of technology, and they've got some ideas that sound like, based on the interview with him I watched, that just sound like they're sort of waiting for technology to catch up with their idea. Like they have an idea for something that's really sort of game-changing and monumental, but the technology isn't there yet. So he also said here, we think very long-term. We're not a developer that's going to rush something like this out. When you think about what is the future of that kind of game, we have a pretty good idea of what it's going to be, and it's just going to take technology and time we don't necessarily have right now. He also mentioned that sort of about their presentation style, but he says he said, I think he was asked something about like, you know, when can we maybe hear an announcement about it? And he says, I don't want to say yet, but people should know by now that the gap between hearing about it and it coming out, I like that to be really short. They're all a ways off, and we'll talk about it when we talk about it. So basically he's saying, you know, just be patient. When we do hear the announcement, or we're starting to get close to that announcement of Elder Scrolls 6, my guess is it'll happen at like an E3 within the next, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 years maybe. He says it's a long way off. So like, I can't say to you guys honestly here in this video that we're gonna see an Elder Scrolls title announced next year. That's not gonna happen. I don't feel confident that that's gonna happen, especially if Bethesda Game Studios is already working on 2 titles that are bigger than everything that they've ever done, and we don't even know what those are yet. You know, I guess there's a small chance that could be like a Fallout 5. I really doubt it. I honestly think it's going to be 2 new IPs that they're gonna probably try and develop before they do Elder Scrolls 6. So, you know, in reality, it's best for everybody to just sort of like be patient here. And I was seeing a lot of people, you know, frustrated at the Bethesda conference because they weren't hearing about Elder Scrolls, you know, and I'm not gonna sit here and tell you guys that like, you know, I'm just like a voice for Bethesda or anything. I'm definitely not. I'm a huge fan of Bethesda Game Studios and everything that they do. So I do want to, you know, I did want to make this video to sort of help alleviate some of that frustration for those of you that may not understand or may not have heard about this interview that Todd Howard did, because it wasn't like a, you know, something that was said specifically on the main event, the main live stream. So that's why I'm putting out this video for you guys. But I think in the meantime, we should all just be patient and know that the longer it takes for an Elder Scrolls game to be released, the better it is. The more content is going to be in there, the more technology will advance and, you know, sort of, I don't know, the more technology will advance and allow us to have an experience that's probably more unique than what we know right now in 2016. Maybe virtual reality by the time 2019 rolls around is like the thing. Like there's no other way to play a video game. We don't know. Like I don't know what the future entails, but there are certain things that I'm sure they are thinking of in terms of creating this game that you know, they want to accomplish and everything. In the meantime, what am I going to be doing as an Elder Scrolls fan? I am going to be replaying Skyrim when the special edition comes out for sure. I'm definitely going to be getting that. I'm so pumped. Might have to upgrade my computer though to do that, but I will also be playing the living crap out of Elder Scrolls Online, which I've already played the crap out of the past 2 years. So if you are an Elder Scrolls fan and you like the lore, you like the universe, I definitely recommend checking out Elder Scrolls Online. It is a really fun game. It is an MMO. It's not Skyrim Online. You know, I've always sort of stressed that because people go into it thinking that, and that's not right. It is an MMO. But it's in the Elder Scrolls world, and it is fantastic. And you know, the content for that is rolling out very, very at a nice pace. So you know, they are exploring more and more of Tamriel every day. We're getting DLCs that take us to places we've never gone in any of the Elder Scrolls games before. So that's my Elder Scrolls fix for the next couple years. But like I said, just wanted to get this video out for you guys. I know I have a lot of Elder Scrolls fans here on my channel, which is fantastic. That's just awesome. Like, I am a super hardcore Elder Scrolls person, and to know that there's some of you guys that are here watching my videos and are subscribed to me for that makes me very, very happy. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy all the E3 coverage this week from my channel, my Twitter, and just all the streams on Twitch. It's a wonderful time to be a gamer, so make sure you check it out, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.